Oh, come on.
Oh, and it did.
Is it?
Is her hair okay?
Are we
Does she
on?
look pretty? I think we're on.
Oy.
It says we're on.
On. There's my face. Hold
There
on.
you are, with that beautiful face.
I don't know. I don't know if I would go that far. I look a little crazy,
Yeah.
but that's okay. I mean, don't I
We
always?
know you're crazy. Oh my goodness.
It's
Hi,
part of
Charlie.
my. It's part of my charm.
Charlie's here. First one in, Charlie.
As
Mary,
always.
Diana. Cheryl. Hello.
Hello. I like Mrs. Doubtfire.
We survived the week. We are here. Hi, Shelley.
It was a week.
Hey, Nancy. Hi, Connie.
I'm not going to wait till our normal 11:02. I'll wait till like 11:01 maybe, because we have a lot of stuff to talk about today, and I'm very excited. Very excited. I love Free for All Fridays.
Uh-huh.
Say that 3 times fast.
Marlene and I were trying to come up with some kind of a weird question to ask, but neither one of us were creative enough. We couldn't come up with something really weird.
A weird question. I mean, you
Yeah.
guys ask me weird questions on the daily, so
Well,
something
we
weirder.
love to do it
something
live.
weirder than normal. Well, if you think of anything, throw it out there.
yeah, well,
All right.
Unfortunately, she's not here. So.
No, Marlene was here, but she left. She's
Oh,
been
Shelley, good luck
ditching
with
us
your
a lot.
bucket bag. She's starting it today.
Yay! Awesome! Can't wait to see
There's-
it.
Hi, Mom.
My mom's here. Hi, Mom. Okay,
Okay.
so as always, every time we do a Free for All Friday, and I'm like, hey guys, send me questions. Then stuff comes in. It's like, it's just the way it always is. Stuff comes in, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
oh wait, I have more things to talk about. So I'm just gonna jump right in, and then I'm gonna get to your questions. And just to let you know, I have not fully read the questions. I was going to, because I normally do, and I think about my answers. And I thought today will be more fun. I will just see what comes out of my mouth. So it'll be
That's more
even better.
fun.
So before I show you what's here, let me talk about the retreat, because that's what leads me to this pile of cork in front of me. So we had our retreat this past weekend. As you might have known, maybe you were there, some of you were there. And because of that, that is why I am tired. And that is why Barb and Marlene were here till like, what, 5 o'clock on Monday?
Oh my God, the longest
That's a very
since-
long day
since
for
you've
them.
been traveling.
It's been a long day. Excuse me. Shipping orders. And so it was just absolute chaos. And so that's why I decided what a perfect day for a free-for-all question asking, answering kind of thing. So I decided not to look at them. We will look at them together. It'll be fun. But during the retreat, not intentionally, we got a delivery of cork. And that never happens. It was unplanned. They actually told me it was coming like this week. So because it was there and everybody was at the retreat, they were like, show us. And I'm not one to disappoint. So we opened everything up and they gobbled it all up. We have a very tiny itty bitty pile of cork left because it went super quick. So that is one of the perks of being at the retreat. In June, they got the Sammy pattern before you guys did, and I previewed the bucket bag, so they knew it was coming. And in July, they got to see some cork. I can't guarantee that will always happen, but I try to spoil my attendees. So if you're thinking about coming in September and you haven't signed up yet, you should join us. It's fun. It was a great time. I think we had a blast. Barb and I actually made things. So did Marlene, even though she didn't spend a lot of time with us, but that's okay. So in the cork that I showed them, there was a lot of interest in some of the prints and they were all gone. So I reordered them. And then there's some leftover pieces that we all liked, but liked other ones better. So I have 2 piles for you. I have some things that went to the small batch page, and I'll show you those. And then I'll show you what's on the regular cork page. And then you guys can take a look and see if there's anything you like. So I'm gonna kind of go through the small batch really quick. So if you're looking for any of these prints right now, they're on the small batch cork page. We have 1 piece of each and then it's gone. Will we order more? We don't know. We never know. It's always a gamble. So we have this sweater weather, because how cute is that? I know it's not sweater weather, the air conditioning is on, but it'll be here eventually. We have fans. I like this print. It's simple. It's black, it's simple, you can do it with anything. You could stick black on it and keep it simple, add a color for a pop. We have Island Breeze, which I really, really like this print, and we don't live anywhere tropical, but I like it. So, we have Christmas trees. I was in a Christmas mood when I started ordering fabrics for some reason. Piece of textured red. which I
That's
really
nice.
like. It's not tomato and not candy apple. It's kind of right in between with the texture. We also have another palm print. This is different than the one on the website because it has multiple greens in it and it's a little bit softer, like lines. And then we have one more Christmas because I told you I was in this Christmas mood. We've got the trees, and that's also like a knit pattern, so it looks like a sweater. So those are on small batch. Marlene's not here, so I'm just throwing stuff on the floor, so that's fine. Now, we went through so many prints and we all kind of fell in love with a bunch of them, so I ordered them and they came in yesterday, which I was not expecting. So I have been working like a mad woman trying to get everything on the website. 2 of the prints that came in were suggestions from a customer, Sue Smith. Is Sue on? I don't know if Sue's here, but Sue had found both of these prints and said, if you can find them, I like them. So we have Flourish and Tapestry.
Oh, that's the name of that one?
Yes,
Oh,
because it reminds me of like a tapestry.
It does, kind of.
Isn't it? And I did color match them and did the ruler pictures, but Barb and I were looking because we're kind of liking this tapestry one. It's dark, it's not summer, but you know, fall's gonna be here. So we were both kind of liking the orange and the teal. So I don't know, what do you guys think? I thought it would be a really cute bucket bag. I don't know about you, but when I have a new pattern, I just want to make that pattern 800 times. So everything to me right now is, ooh, a bucket bag. So, but I do have more videos to work on, so something might end up in one of the new videos for an existing pattern.
Charlie likes the tapestry.
This
It's really cool.
I like it, and this one, I just thought about this 30 seconds ago. How cute is this? The polka dots with the flourish.
That's really cute.
I mean, come on, that's adorable. I love it.
And the colors are perfect.
The colors, because it's the same manufacturer, and there's
okay.
little polka dots in here. So I just thought that was super cute. So if you are into polka dots, now I have a print that will go with your polka dots. I like mixing prints. I don't know if you guys do. Do you mix prints?
Sometimes I do. Yeah.
Some
But it
people
would
are
be
kind of
like a
hesitant.
low-key one versus a busy
Exactly,
one.
exactly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put like another like
No,
busy unless it
no.
was a quilt and there was a bunch of busy prints. Then they kind
I
of
have a
blend
hard time
together.
with that, yeah.
Well, that's why I buy pre-cuts.
Orange made that tapestry pop. Several people.
I like it because the color in the background, it appears more peach, but now that the orange is next to it, and I don't even know if I suggested orange as a match because I was thinking peach, and Barb suggested that. So on the website we have rainbow confetti, but now we have the pastel. So there's a comparison. And my mom is watching, so I have to tell this little quick thing because my mom will appreciate it. My mom and I are both, we love candy, we love sweets, and my mom is obsessed with those chocolate Hershey's Easter eggs that come out just like for like a couple of months in the spring, right around Easter time. It's the same color as the wrappers, the pinks and the greens and the blues.
Exactly.
So it's the same color. So it's a little bit softer. It's not as in your face as the rainbow one. So it's the pastel. So we have some of that. We have acorns, which I love. I love this.
They're cute. They really are.
So they're blue purple acorns and then little flowers. So, and that goes with a ton of the solids. This one,
purple, green,
purples,
orange,
greens, the rose color is really nice. Yeah, so that one's
You could probably
fun.
even get away with the peach.
You probably could. And oh, and the salmon.
Yeah.
And then we have mums.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, I was like, peach is
We
gone,
don't have
Barb.
peach.
Mums in all these like fun colors. The salmon, the lime green. What else do we? I forget what else I put with this, but there were so many options. Orange. We were color matching while we were sewing, so it was so chaotic over in that office. It was
Oh
it was
my God.
crazy. This is one of my absolute favorites. The houses. And
I
this
think that's
goes,
cute.
you really can't pick the wrong color because you can find it somewhere in here. There's pink, there's blue, there's purple, like
That
anything.
would be cool as quilt it and make a pillow out of it.
That would be a fun pillow. I was thinking this would be a cute road trip bag.
Or yeah.
You know,
Oh,
because you could
definitely,
show
yeah.
off all the houses.
Yep.
How cute is that? And I ordered enough of these, but I didn't go overboard because I want your opinions too. You know, I want to see what you like. But I put them all on the regular Cork page because I think they're all going to be restocked and, you know, they're not going to be a small batch thing. Because I think you know, sometimes I order stuff and I'm like, meh, I did okay. These aren't the best prints. I feel like I hit the jackpot on this load of Cork. Like, I love it. This one's Spirograph. And this would have been cute if you were looking more patriotic, because it's got a lot of reds and blues, but it doesn't have to be patriotic. It's got enough of like other colors, golds and different, you know, aquas, that you could do it with anything. But it just kind of has a patriotic feel. Houses.
Lisa wants to know, is there a green that goes with the background green?
That green is
Would it be
almost
jade
identical
or-
to emerald.
Or emerald?
Yes. So this green right here, it looks awesome with the emerald green. Of course we don't have a piece nearby. It's
No,
okay.
of course not.
So, oh, actually, there is a piece right there. Barb's gonna get it and I'll show you that. In the meantime, we have funky flowers. Salmon, teal, yellows. Love this one.
That's pretty.
Love, love, love that one. So there's the emerald. Every time I hold something in front of my face, I try to yell so that you can hear it. Jade is discontinued.
Oh,
so
okay.
yeah,
Never
so
mind.
Jade is gone.
Never mind.
Cause I don't wanna block me.
See, I
talking.
can't keep up with her.
That's why I can't even make us color cards anymore,
No.
because they just keep, it doesn't work. It just
I came in
doesn't
this
work.
morning and had an order for something. I'm going,
What is that?
where's that? I don't see
And
that
Barb was
anywhere.
here on
What is
Monday, and between Monday and Friday, she had no idea what
Yeah.
I had done.
No.
I did order the mitten print. I know I got a bunch of like Christmas stuff, but if you don't want something solely Christmas, even though it's reds and greens, it's mittens. I thought it was super
It's
cute.
cute.
And this with the crimson and the hunter looks awesome. So I ordered mittens. If Mary Ellen is watching, she wanted mittens, and I have not had a chance to email her.
This is called aqueducts, right?
Yes. Yep. And then we got milk chocolate. So this is our new solid milk chocolate, and there's next to the regular chocolate. So this is the in stock, the one that we've had for a while, and that's the milk chocolate. I love that. And there's a comparison picture so you can see them. And now my favorite. My favorite.
Oh, I think that's
I
beautiful.
love this one. I ordered a lot of
classy
this.
looking.
I ordered a lot of this because I love it. The laser cut. So let me just tell you a couple of things about the laser cut. If you saw the bag that I posted in the group, I think I put it in the group, which I have right here. This is the laser cut cork in the bucket bag. The laser cut cork is like a couple dollars higher because it is a more substantial piece. It's a different kind of cork. It's the same cork on the top, but the back of it, it's not the fabric backing. It's not the normal, you know, fabric backing that's kind of fuzzy. It's a canvas. So it's a heavier canvas. So it's a heavier cork. This is one that I would say, regardless of what you're making, you do not need interfacing. I know sometimes I interface and sometimes I don't. You don't need interfacing with this. It's substantial. I had zero problems with my machine. I used my domestic. I did not have my heavy duty this weekend. I had no problems making that bag. I would not, and this is written in the description, I would not use it for handles or anywhere raw edge because of this. The canvas frays more. It's a looser weave, so the canvas is gonna fray, and I think it will drive you bonkers. I would say only in things that have seams, or you'll have to finish the edge. It is adhered so well. I wasn't sure if my foot or anything was gonna get caught on these little pieces. I had no problems. It top stitched beautifully. It sewed really nicely. Nothing got caught. It was a dream to work with. It's slightly shorter because they cut the selvage. So they cut the edges where like these, they don't. So you see that selvage that you get a lot on your pieces, they cut it. So these pieces are 18 by 26, not 27. So a full piece is 52 instead of 54. It should not really affect what you're doing. When I write patterns, I try not to use the full 27 inches. I try to keep it like 26, 25. So it shouldn't affect you, but you might want to just take a look at the pieces you need and maybe make some slight adjustments. Yes.
Charlie would like to know, if you use it for a handle, how about a two-sided handle so the seams are in the center?
Yes.
Would it be too thick?
Absolutely, Charlie, that would work fine because you wouldn't have to worry about the fraying, and I don't think that it would be too thick because it's weird. It feels thicker, but it didn't in the machine. Like you could feel that there was a little extra thickness, but it wasn't so heavy that I was struggling at all. And part of this bag, like right here, you get a few seams meeting. I didn't have any issues. So I would say for a double-sided handle, absolutely it would be fine. I just wouldn't want to see you fold this in half on a raw edge and you would get so much fraying because of the canvas.
How was the side piece to do?
Easy.
That's to me was the hardest
Oh, this?
part of the.
No problem at all.
I'm
And
getting in there with the bulk.
for these handles that are on the side, the tabs,
Yeah.
I did fold them in so that I wouldn't have any of those seams. But yeah, it was absolutely fine. So, and this has no interfacing in this entire
Yeah.
bag because on the inside, I use waterproof canvas.
Waterproof canvas, really?
I did.
Where did you find that?
Maybe on our website in a couple of weeks. I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. We'll talk about it when it's here because Marlene's head is ringing right now, going, "Where is that gonna go?" And I don't know. But I
She
ordered.
said that about the one new zipper.
I ordered 7 colors of waterproof canvas, so we're getting
she better
it.
protect herself.
Job security. I'm making sure that you don't ever have to fully retire.
Oh, thank you.
That's all. Okay.
No, that's a long time coming.
Because if Barb and Marlene ever leave me, I'm done. I'm following them. I'm done. So I am in love with this. It is on the website. You can find all of what I just showed you on the Cork page. All of those little pieces I threw on the floor are on the small batch. I'm obsessed with it and I just want to keep touching it. It's just, I don't know, I love it. So I'm very excited. I tried to order this 3 times and every time I tried to order it, it was out of stock. And so I felt like I won when they were like, you can have a little bit. And then I was like, I better be ready for reorder. I need this. and it did, it came.
Charlie said we've got a life-changing moment coming.
Would you?
Waterproof canvas, it's a life changer.
It's, okay, he is not wrong. Game changer, okay? If you want to skip the interfacing, skip the fuss, and get to the sewing machine, waterproof canvas and cork and wax canvas, you're golden. You can, it's amazing. And speaking of interfacing, Decoville Light is on order again. Don't worry. A couple people had emailed me, and I don't have a ship date, but it is on order, and hopefully we will have more Decoville Light soon.
We didn't get any more of the cork from the retreat yet, did we? You ordered it.
This is it.
This is all we got.
This
left.
is what we have. They're all in stock. So if there's something that I didn't get, there were a lot of things that were back ordered. So like the Aztec print, and there was a couple of other prints, I couldn't get them because they were out of stock. So I have to wait until they restock and then I will get more.
So basically, tell Ginny that what's on the website is what we've got.
What's on the website is what we have right now.
Terry said maybe a piece will come in Cork Club.
Maybe. I don't know. I can't tell you anything right now because I have
That's
to.
a secret.
I'm doing one day at a time, Terry. Also on the website, we got these really fun rainbow zippers. So they're rainbow, rainbow tape, and then super rainbow on the
really
teeth. So I just wanted to show you what that looks like. Now, this is from a different manufacturer than I usually deal with because they have a huge minimum to order this stuff. So before I invest in that, I ordered some. I found someone that would sell me a little bit, but we only have them in 1 yard pieces. So if you are looking for more than a yard continuously, I do not have that at this moment. If you order 2 pieces, you're gonna get 2 yard pieces. They're already cut. But if you're looking for this or you're absolutely in love and you're like, hey, spend all your money on these zippers, we need them, send me an email. I'll see what I can do for you.
Sharon wanted to see the blue flowers again. I'm assuming that's the
This spirograph, is this right?
one. That's not spirograph.
This is spirograph.
Where's the blue flower? That's the blue. What's the blue flowers?
I don't know. Funky flowers?
I don't know. She said blue flowers.
Well, I don't know which one. How about I'll hold them both up?
One? Maybe the light blue flowers?
How about this one?
After that, I don't know, Shannon. That's all the flowers we got right now. So take your pick.
We have a lot of flowers. But if you were at the retreat and you're like, oh, I like that one print, where is it? I could not get everything. They were out of stock. I went home Sunday and I didn't even eat dinner before I was on my computer ordering cork. So just so you know.
Somebody wants a close-up. This was the last one, right?
Okay.
Close-up. That's for Ann.
All right.
Shannon, we showed you the blue flowers. That was the one with the polka dots.
All right.
That one.
I'm gonna, nope, we're not done. Okay.
Nope, I think. Flourish.
While Barb is skimming really quick, in case there's any more questions on the cork, if you are watching this on YouTube and your name is Jill and you have a pug as your profile picture, you won our giveaway last week and I I commented back and told you that you were our YouTube winner, and I didn't hear from you, and there's no way to message on YouTube. I don't think that's a thing. So I was not able to reach out. So if Jill, if you are watching on YouTube, send me an email so that I can send this to you, because I have something pretty for you. Ooh, potential spam. I'm busy right now. Okay. 2 quick things, and then we're going to answer questions. At the retreat also, there were some things mentioned that, of course, I had to go and buy. Now, Shannon had mentioned her centering ruler that she bought, and I did not buy it from the same place. I found one on Amazon, try it out and see if I like it. I probably shouldn't have taken it out. Now you can't see it. That's all right. Here, I'll do this. So it's a centering ruler. So when you're putting handles and different things, it's got little dots. So I thought that was kind of cute. So it's probably not showing up because I shouldn't have taken it out of the package.
Background would look better.
All right, let me put it back in the package. I got excited and I opened it.
Yeah.
So I haven't used it yet. Obviously, I just took it out of the package.
On my long arm.
So is that better?
100%.
Isn't that cool? So it's, got your 0 and then you space out, and it's got little dots here so you can mark stuff. So I thought that might be fun for handles. I'm going to try that out. I will report back and let you know. But when someone has something I don't have for sewing, I need it. And Ginny mentioned something that I used to use and then stopped and kind of forgot about. And it's such a good product. The double-sided tape that you don't have to iron. So I used to have this, I used to sell it at shows, and then we ran out and I never restocked it and I forgot about it. But I ordered this on Amazon. I got 4 rolls of it for like 11 something. This is the quilting tape washable. It's 22 yards and you get 4 rolls. And it has the paper on it, but you don't have to iron it. So if you're making cork handles, instead of using clips or holding it with your fingers, you can just put a piece down, fold your cork over and sew it. I tried it out. What I like, it's sticky enough to get you to the machine, but it's not so sticky that it gums up your needle, and it's a wash away. So if you're doing something where you need to wash it out, if you're working on clothing, quilts, whatever, I don't wash my bags, at least you have that option. So thank you, Ginny. I now have 4 rolls of tape and I'm excited.
The centering ruler came from Amazon?
It came from Amazon, and it is the Westcott Zero Centering Ruler. So that's the one that I got. It's very, very thin plastic. It's not the kind that you would want to cut against. Don't use your rotary cutter on here. You will cut through it and your fingertips. It's really just for centering, and I haven't used it yet, but I'm pretty smart. I think I can figure it out. So I'm excited. I like things like that. Shannon had mentioned that she ordered one, I think, from Gold Star, and I'm on Amazon every day because they get all of my money aside from Cork. So I ordered one. So, any more Cork questions? Should we get to the questions? Okay, let's get to the questions. So,
you were frozen in time on this computer. The comments are coming, but your picture.
How weird. But I'm still good. Okay.
Yeah, you're fine there.
All right. So let me.
This one's funny. Here, you want to see the picture? See how you're frozen?
Oh, that's not attractive. Okay. All right. So let me go and find.
Looking at it.
Can you refresh? Can you do something? Because that's a bad face. Okay. Alrighty. What is my phone doing now? Let me see. Okay, so I asked you guys what kind of questions you had, and you have fabulous questions, and I didn't read them. I skimmed through them, so I have no idea what I'm in for. So I'm just going to start at the top and work my way down. So Kathy says, I know you just did how you got started again, but I love hearing about your tenacity. I like that word. That's fun. So Kathy, I'm not going to get deep into it because I did talk about it like 2 weeks ago, but if you weren't here and you haven't had a chance, you can watch that video. It's on here and on YouTube. The short version, I have been sewing for as long as I can remember. My grandmother taught me when I was like 7 or 8. She did not make bags or quilts. I don't know where that came from. It just kind of appeared in my head one day that that's what I wanted to do. I started making quilt tops and didn't know how to get them finished because I was 25 and broke, and I didn't know how to find long arm quilters. I didn't know anything about it. So I started making bags, and then I started selling bags. I was encouraged by my friends and family. I sold a lot of bags. I got burned out super, super quick. It works for some people. It just did not work for me. I don't enjoy selling finished products. I thought that I would, and there were moments that it was like rewarding and fun, and other ones that I wanted to just rip my hair out, poke my eyes out with my paper scissors. It just wasn't fun. that transitioned into me writing patterns because I already had all the ideas. I had no intention of even printing them. I was just going to sell them on Etsy. I was encouraged to start a website, and it kind of just went downhill from there. Is it downhill if it's good?
No,
it went
it's
uphill. I'm
uphill.
still going uphill. So
We have not reached the
we
peak
have
of
not.
Kilimanjaro yet.
So
We will get there.
excuse me. I'm not sure what's happening right now. So, excuse me. That led me into the hardware and cork and zipper phenomenon that it is. And I fought that. I fought that every step of the way. My husband kept telling me that I should do it, and I was like, no, I don't want to do it. And Barb and I were reminiscing the other day about how it would take not too long to ship orders, and then they would pack some hardware because we didn't have a lot. We didn't have a lot of anything, and we outgrew my half of this office. We rented another office. Now we're back in this office because I'm not traveling, and I have a studio, and I'm on YouTube, and that's kind of crazy. So I think I saw another question that might transition us into that. So I will stop there. But
we
if
can
you're,
say we knew you when, or I knew you when.
I hate when people say that. I don't
I
know
knew
why.
when.
Don't say that. You knew me when I
When you
couldn't do my
started.
makeup properly.
No.
My eyebrows are too far apart. That's
No.
fine. So
When you were little. When you were little.
when I was
Little business.
when I was a little tiny business, now I'm like a little medium business. I'm still not. I have not reached my potential, and that's okay because that means I can always keep going. So I am very much inspired by all of you, and I have awesome people that work for me that help me keep this going. So if you want to watch that video, it was 2 weeks ago. I don't know the date, but it was last week was the bucket bag. It was the week before. My Uncle Pat would like to know, if bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why oh why can't I? And to that I say, Pat, you should ask Auntie Em and Uncle Henry because I do not know the answer to that. But thank you for referencing my favorite movie of all time. Childhood memory, that movie, The Wizard of Oz, used to be played once a year. I don't know why they don't do that anymore. They really should. But they played it once a year right before or right after school started. It was the one night I was allowed to stay up late because I was allowed to watch it. I never made it to the end. I always fell asleep, and my mom or my grandmother would braid my hair for me so I could be Dorothy while I watched it. And to this day, I know every word of it by heart to the point that it makes my husband crazy. But he still puts it on. If it's on TV, he's like, hey, your movie's on. So now you know that. Cheryl would like to know more about color theory. She said maybe you can give some tips or examples or how to use a color wheel. Cheryl, that is an awesome topic, and I have a gigantic color wheel. I have to find it. I think it's over there. It's like a 2-foot big color wheel. I will do a full topic on color theory. I have talked about it a little bit here and there, and I've done presentations at shows and for guilds. So I love that topic, and it applies to everything that we do. So in the upcoming week, Cheryl, for you, I will do a color theory presentation. It'll be a fun one because I haven't done it in a while.
No.
Let's see. Nancy says 2 things. How do you stay focused and motivated? Focused is funny. That's funny. I'm not laughing at you, Nancy. I'm laughing at myself and at Barb laughing at myself. I have a growing list of want-to-dos, and I can barely get one cut. And 2, how do you stay organized, and do you work better in chaos? As in, do you need to straighten up when you're finished with a project before starting another? I struggle with working in a mess, but if I start to straighten, I'm done. Hours later, I'm still straightening and reorganizing. Okay, 3, do you cut out multiple projects in preparation for sewing time? So I guess this may be two topics. And I'm just seeing there's a couple of comments that said, good question. So how do I stay focused and motivated? I am not focused at all. I am completely and utterly unfocused. I have a lot of anxiety, but I'm also pretty sure I have ADHD, undiagnosed. So I'm not very good at staying focused. However, if I have a certain task that I have put on myself, I can usually stay focused on that, usually. There are so many times that I am like, this is happening, it needs to get done, and then I'm like, ooh, snowflakes, and I'm gone, and I can't. So the focus part is something that I am working on, and I have a horrible time focusing. I really do think that I have ADD. The motivation part, it comes from everywhere, but a lot of it comes from you guys, because I feel motivated by our Facebook videos and by our retreats and our group and everything, but it also kind of lights this fire under me that I have to be better for you. It's this thing inside of me that says you're not doing enough and you're not doing good enough. Keep going, make it better, make it better. They want it from you. Don't lose them. If you're not making a pattern or you're not doing something cool, they don't need to follow you. They don't want to talk to you anymore. So I put that weight on me. It's not you guys, but it's because you're always here and you're so dedicated and so amazing to me. I don't deserve you guys. You're awesome to me. So because of that, that is what keeps me motivated, that I can't just sit and do nothing. And I used to tell my husband this a long time ago when I was doing shows, that I feel bad for the vendors that seem so burned out and so sad that they haven't they haven't changed anything. They've been doing the same thing for 10, 15, 20 years, and they don't understand why it's not working because they're not getting with the times. And we'd have conversations and I'd say, well, have you tried this? Like, look at what you have here. Have you tried this? No. Okay. Yeah. You know, have you tried like doing a different size booth or, you know, like changing this? No. Well, you know, you have to find your motivation and find where it comes from to keep going forward. And a lot of it is you guys. And a lot of it is also proving to Barb and Marlene that I'm not just an insane person who buys a lot of stuff, that we are going to sell it. And I have this, I don't like to reuse the same cork and the same color combinations, even though I very easily could. I have used Lagoon too many times. I have to cut myself off. Like, this is Lagoon, no more. I can't use it because I have to show you what it also looks like in other colors, because that one bag is the thing that appeals to someone that's like, I never liked that pattern and now I do. Now I want to make it. So my motivation comes from that, and it also just comes from being in business for myself and knowing that I have to pay my bills and I have to keep going, and I push myself. So I am motivated more than I'm focused. If I was focused, I would be on fire. I would have like 5 bag patterns a month, but I'm not focused.
Well, like
I'm working.
Said, creative people usually have a problem with focus. Yes,
which the creative people thing leads me to the chaos part of your question. I am chaotic in general. I'm like a squirrel trying to cross the road like that. I am normal. And Barb's laughing and shaking her head. I am chaos. And I work in chaos. I do not clean up after myself in between projects. Sometimes I don't clean up after myself after many projects. I have bag upon bag of crap that just needs to be gone through. And thank God Marlene's not here right now, because she would be rolling her eyes so hard at me. Yep. But I live in chaos, and that's how I work. I am not one of those people that has this clean, neat, perfect studio. The video studio is neat because I film in there, but my table right now is a disaster because I was working on something. Because sometimes I get an idea and I have to like run and do it. And I just have to do it right now. And that's what I was doing for the last 2 days. And so it's disastrous. And I'm not going to clean it up until I feel like it, because I know where all that stuff is right now. So I am absolute chaos. We're not even going to talk about organization because I am not organized, and I'm not going to pretend that I am. I want to be organized, but I'm not. So I hope that answers that. Sarah and Carolyn both had Diva and Prima Diva questions, so I'm going to read them both and answer them both together. Sarah said, I want to use cork for the outside of my Diva wallet. Is it possible, and how can I accomplish that? And Carolyn said about attaching straps to a Diva or a Prima Diva. So the cork part is easy, Sarah. You can skip the interfacing. You cut it the same size as your outside piece, and this applies to any of the wallets. So Diva, Prima Diva, or any of the minis. You don't interface it because you don't want extra bulk and you don't need it on a wallet. You sew it right into the seams. You finish everything the same way. There's nothing special that you have to do. You just skip that one piece of fabric that I think it's the first piece that you cut, and you just replace it with cork. Super easy. As far as attaching handles, I have never attached them to a Diva. Excuse me, I'm trying not to belch. I swallow a lot of air because I talk too much. I'm sorry. TMI. So I have not attached handles or any kind of a strap to a Diva because, to me, it's so small and flat that I feel like I don't need it. I might consider putting like a wrist strap, but it's not something I would wear like crossbody or on my shoulder. The Prima Diva, however, even though I use it more as a wallet, you can absolutely use it as a bag. In the pattern, it gives you information. In the video that I have for purchase on the website, it also shows you. But what I do, you can do it one of two ways. In the pattern, I put it under the frame. So as long as you're not using anything super, super thick, it'll be fine. And I like to do it under the frame, inside the wallet, because then if I don't want it, I tuck it back in. So I do a removable wrist strap or handle, something with hooks, so I can just tuck the little tabs back in. If you know that you're always gonna use it as a purse, and you always wanna have that handle attached, you can put it in the side seams between the front and the gusset, and you can sew it right into the side seam. I don't, because I like the versatility of being able to kind of put the handle away. So that's how I would do it. If I was doing it in a Diva, I would do the same way, but again, I don't tend to do that. And for my hooks itself, depending on what I use, if it's ribbon or something thin, they can go up through the frame. If it's something thicker like fabric, I'll tuck them kind of out of the sides. That way it's not compromising the frame shutting. So I hope that makes sense. Judy says, what to make with bold 70s fabrics? Well, anything. Absolutely anything. I love bold. I am bold. I like bold fabrics. And this was a discussion that we had during the retreat, was that sometimes maybe it's too much on the outside. Maybe it's not quite right. Charlie was talking about some of the fun Tula Pink prints. Maybe somebody that I'm making it for or going to sell it to doesn't want, monkeys on the outside of their bag. Put it on the inside, because why not have like a super fun print on the inside? So Judy, you take that fun 70s print and you put it on anything. There's no wrong answer. Me, if I have a print that I don't want to break up, I look for something that doesn't have pockets or accents or anything on the outside, so that it can just be by itself. A getaway bag, a tote bag, a Harper, one of those purses that doesn't have a lot distracting it, so that print can be right out in front. Mix in some cork, or put it on the inside and make the outside kind of subdued and calm, and then you open it and it's like bam. So that's what I would do.
I am.
Let's see. Linda says, what process do you go through when designing a bag? Well, again, if you've ever watched a squirrel try to cross the road, that is pretty much what my design process is like. I don't have a set way. I have one of two ways that I usually do it. Either I have a concept in mind, like a bucket bag. I've never done one. I want to do a bucket bag. So I start researching that thing. What do designer bags look like the Chanel and the Coach bags? What patterns already exist? Because I don't want to copy it and make it look like I've copied anyone else's pattern. I have redone patterns because they look identical to other people's. I did not do it on purpose, but I don't want that to happen. And as someone who's had her patterns deliberately copied, I try to avoid doing that even by accident. So I either start with a concept of a style, and so I'm like, bucket bag, I gotta research bucket bags. I have an idea, what I want it to look like, and then I go forward and I start working on fabric and cork requirements. Because we do so much with cork, I like to make sure it fits our pieces. Or sometimes I always have a sketchbook with me. There's sketchbooks everywhere. I just will start doodling and something will pop in my head, like the Fiona bag. I don't know why, but I was like, I want like an accent in the middle. I want like a cool pocket. Just because my head said, you've never done an accent in the middle and a fun pocket. So I did that. So I start with a sketch and then kind of work into it. So I either have an idea in mind, like Sammy, I have been for years saying, I need a zip around wallet. I want a zip around wallet. I need to figure it out. And so that was a lot. I showed you guys that stack of samples that I saved. There was so much to that process because I knew what I wanted, but it wasn't coming out the way I wanted it. And other bags, I just kind of start doodling and sketching. I might walk through Target and see something. I might just dream of things. I fall asleep thinking about bags. I'm not kidding. So my design process is chaotic, as is everything I do. And this from Floor in Australia, hi Australia, kind of the same, along the same lines. Where do you start your design process for a new bag, including where do you get your inspiration for said design? Again, my inspiration sometimes comes out of thin air. Sometimes it's something that I've seen. I go to Target a lot when I'm sad. That's where I spend my time. If I'm having a rough day, I'm like, I need to go to Target and look at stuff. So that's what I do. I'm weird. What do you want me to tell you? So I'll just walk around and I'm like, well, that's a cute bag. And I'll start looking at it and I'm like, I don't have a bag that looks like that. I want to make something kind of fun like that. Or I was out one day, sorry. I hope this person isn't watching. I was at a Starbucks one day and this woman had this really cool tote bag. So I was trying to very sneakily take my phone and take a picture because I was like, I don't want to ask her because it's super awkward. And then I have to explain what I do and I'm not a serial killer. So I was like, trying to take pictures. I was like, that's a cool bag. So I find inspiration for bags everywhere. And a lot of it also comes from you guys asking me for certain things, which leads me to something we talked about in the retreat. Where's the group bag? The group bag is in process. I'm working on it and I have a really cool concept. And if it goes from here to there, the way I want it to, I think it's going to fulfill many of your needs. Everyone's dreams. Woo! So that was that. And now I asked this also in the group. So let me get to the group because there were additional questions there. So let's see.
You're not the only one that takes pictures of strangers, apparently.
Yeah. Oh, thank God. I'm so happy. All right. Let me find the question. Okay, here it is. We've got 11 more comments on this one. But you guys, I love these days. Yeah. I love them. And I honestly don't know what I'm asking or what I'm seeing, so this is fun. So Heather says, do you ever surprise yourself and think, did I actually make this? And that was the first comment I saw, and I did reply to Heather, and then I said, I'm done. I'm not going to reply. I want to see all the rest of the things live on Friday. So yes, Heather, a lot. Sometimes it can just be me going, wow, those colors actually came together really, really nice. And like Barb, I don't know about you, but like when I saw your bag at the retreat, I was like, man, like I didn't make that, but I bought all that stuff and it worked so well. And I was all excited. I was excited for Barb. Sometimes it happens with patterns when that light bulb finally goes off and I'm like, I got it. It happened with the road trip bag, that big bag right over there, because I wanted an overnight bag. People kept asking for an overnight bag, like a true overnight bag, not a big tote, something with zippers and pockets and something that can go on the plane. And I was determined to figure out how to do it without a drop-in lining and without having to bind the inside edges. I don't like doing things that way. And I just kept thinking. And I was driving home one day from Log Cabin and the idea popped in my head of how to do it. And I was like, oh, it works. And I came here and I made it. I'm sorry, I'm shaking the table. I made it out of foam, because sometimes I'll do things out of foam just to see like the size and the shape. I was so impressed with myself. I was so excited that it worked. I was like, this is it. It's perfect. So yes, it does happen to me sometimes. And I'm going to also tell you, it's okay if you feel that way about your own stuff. Don't think, well, I don't want to brag. Brag about it. You're awesome. Like, tell everybody how excited you are that you made it. And if you don't have people in your life that understand you, come to the group. You can show off my patterns and say, I made this, and doesn't the color look awesome? I did a great job. So yes, that still happens to me. Amy says, how do you know what weight stabilizer to use with your fabrics? Well, Amy, I don't change up my interfacing very often. As you guys know, I am a Decor Bond and Decoville junkie. I don't really change anything. The only additional things that I do is when I feel like it needs more body, and a lot of that is more the design than it is the fabric itself, I use fusible fleece. So I know that Decoville and Decor Bond will work on cotton fabric, and I know it will work on canvas, and I know I can even use it on cork and wax canvas. So I stick with what I know, and I stick with what works for me, and I don't change it up a lot. I know that there's a lot of bag designers that completely and utterly disagree with me, and that is fine. I understand. Some of them use 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 in a bag. I understand their reasoning, but I just can't get on board with that personally because it's just not my style. So I don't change it up a lot, and I use mostly cotton, quilter's weight fabric, and canvas, which is not super, super heavy canvas, and then obviously the cork and the wax canvas. So I kind of just stick with what works for me. And I've talked about that in a lot of videos. There's a lot of people that will even make my patterns and they use their preferred interfacing, and that's fine. I'm not a big fan of SF101, the not soft fuse. What else is the other thing it's called? Yes.
Misty Fuse?
No, SF101 is.
SF101 was for teacher quilts.
Yes.
It's not for something like this.
But a lot of people like SF101 in their bags. They use it on their linings or they'll use it on pockets, which is fine.
It doesn't
But
have any
for me,
structure to
it's
it.
not enough. If I'm using it like in a zippered pocket or a
Flex.
cart, but Shape Flex, thank you. If I'm using
Thank you,
Shape Flex
Rebecca.
in a little thing, thank you, because my brain doesn't work. To add a little extra, it's fine, but I don't find that it's enough for me. So interfacing is one of those personal things where you have to find what works for you. If you try it my way, I can at least guide you towards the ones that I use, and then from there you can decide it's too heavy, it's too light. Someone during the retreat had said, can I use 2 layers of decor bond to make it heavy? And I was like, absolutely, fuse it to itself. I've done that before. So I know that's not really the answer you were looking for, but that's the answer that I have. So I hope that's okay.
what you're getting.
That's what I have. Sharon wants to know, how do you get the bubble out of a 2-way zipper? Sharon, I have a 2-way zipper, and I probably won't be able to hold it up and show you, but this I don't consider a bubble. So I think Sharon had asked in the group, am I overthinking this? And a lot of times we are. This is not a bubble. A bubble is like a real separation. And the only way to get rid of that is practice and patience. And I was not very good at it in the beginning. What I do, and I have a quick little video on YouTube so that you can see me doing this because it probably won't work on camera, holding it up. I get that first one on, and if I'm off like this, you can trim it, but you don't have to. What you can do is use the longer side first. Get this correct. I'm doing this backwards and in the air. Put that longer edge in first, and then try to get this little edge in and kind of check it to see if you have a bubble. And like right now, that looks pretty perfect. But let's say it doesn't, and it looks like this. That's what I don't want. I don't want that. So I want it as straight as I can get it. And if it's not 100% perfect, a little tiny booble, as Alonzo says, is not a problem. He always talks about boobles and boopers.
Yeah.
So this, I don't consider a bubble, and that will go away. So practice and patience, and just know that it will get easier. Let me see. Bobby, how do you find the corks that you sell? They're the best. Well, thank you, Bobby. Here's how it started, and here's how it is now. So it started because I was obsessed with cork, and I wanted to be able to supply it, and so I Googled, and I searched, and I spent hours, days on the internet, and any company that looked like they may sell cork, I sent them an email. Most of them didn't respond to me. They're in Portugal. I don't even know if they wanted to deal with me. But if they were in Portugal and they had cork, I was like, I'm gonna send them an email. And I got an email back from the company that I work with. One of them, there's 3 right now. And they were super nice. They were super easy to deal with. They gave me all their pricing. They gave me everything they wanted. And very blindly, I sent money to another country and ordered it and prayed that I made the right decision. And that first order came in and I was like, yep, because I saw the colors and I was like, I think this is what I want. I lucked out. It was pure luck. So that I just research. I just kept researching. I was looking on Etsy, and so when I saw the colors that were available on Etsy from Portuguese suppliers, and I found a supplier that had similar ones, I was like, it's gotta be close. And then the second company found me. They were searching around on the internet and found that I had all this cork, sent me an email and was like, hey, we also have cork and we specialize in prints. That's our specialty. We've got this amazing printer. You want to order some cork? And at first I was kind of annoyed and I was very offended because I was like, I have a supplier. Back off. And then I was like, but wait, you have prints that they don't have. Okay.
You
so
felt like you were cheating on them.
I felt like I was having an affair. I full on felt guilty. I was like, they've been so good to me for years, I can't cheat on them. But I did. I cheated. And I'm still currently having an affair with another cork company. And the third one found me on Instagram and started liking and commenting on my photos. And I was like, okay, why not? So it's like a rabbit hole that you fall down and you just keep buying things. And that's where we're at now. So now we have 3, which means you have more options and means Barb and Marlene are going to rip their hair out. And let's see. Donna. Okay. Donna says, have you ever thought of designing a pattern for a concealed carry? Now, let me just preface this conversation by saying this. I don't care. I'm not asking. I'm not talking about where you stand on gun control. That is not what's happening in this Facebook topic. So move on, okay? It's not happening. Have I ever considered it? No. And here's the reason. I don't personally carry a gun. I don't know anything about them. I am very uneducated in that. So I don't want to design a bag pattern geared towards people that want that and then do it wrong. It's kind of the same reason I don't have a diaper bag, because I don't have children. So I don't know what moms need. Like, I don't know. How many bottles do you take? Like, I don't know. So people are like, do you have a diaper bag? Like, no, because I don't have children. Like, does it carry dog toys? I don't. It's the best comparison I can give you. If I'm uneducated in that field, I don't want to be like, guys, I made this awesome bag and you're going to love it. And then all the people that love it are like, no, you did a terrible job. This is not what we need. So no, I have not, because I don't know how to do it properly. That being said, at a couple of the shows, of course it's probably not behind me, it's over there. At a couple of the shows many years ago, I have the Adeline pattern, and it has a vertical zipper in it in the front. People said it would be a great concealed carry bag because of the location and the size and the vertical aspect of the zipper. So I'll take their word for it, because I don't know, but that's probably the closest thing that I can give you. There are people out there much more versed in it that have patterns that I don't understand that, so that's why I don't have one of those. That's it.
Okay,
So,
I've got a couple of comments you got to
yes,
hear.
okay.
First, you've been dubbed the Cork mistress.
I called myself something the other day that, well, it rhymed with door, and my mom thought it was really funny.
Shannon says, if you can fit a bottle of vodka, it's good. Rebecca says, diapers and guns, that's totally the same.
Totally, but it's the only thing I have that's relatable.
And Charlie says, can you do a concealed carry diaper bag with a wine bottle pocket?
Charlie, I think you and I need to go into business together, because we just made our millions right there. This bag is a concealed carry bag for your diapers, and it also has a bottle of wine for when mom needs everything covered.
There
I
you
think,
go.
Charlie, we're in.
Shelly says, if you really want a concealed carry pattern, she saw one in Houston last time she was at the quilt show.
And I think Texas is the best place to find a concealed
Probably.
carry pattern. The most comments I got on that bag about concealed carry were Texas and Florida.
Yeah.
So I live in New York. That's all I'm going to tell you. So I don't know a lot about that topic. So the last question I have, I just glanced at it quick, and it's really funny that it's the last question, because I think it's the perfect way to end this topic. And I will try to keep my answer short, because I could go on forever. Shelly said, what was your inspiration to start the Facebook Friday live events? You talked a little bit about it in the virtual retreat, but I think it's pretty cool that you do these. Thank you. It's on my calendar every Friday, and thank you again. I feel like the Facebook events are a bit tricky to get right for me, but you've hit the right amount of information and fun. Most Facebook live events are a bit too formal for me, and you have the right blend. Thank you, Shelly.
Thanks,
So
Shelly.
let me give you the shortest, least amount of a lot of personal information that I can, but I'm very transparent with you guys. I share a lot with you, and I share for a reason, because I hope that whatever I say is helpful for somebody, even if it's just one person. So let's rewind back to March of last year when COVID hit. I've told you guys I do have a lot of anxiety. I deal with it not well sometimes, but I am very much a creature of habit. I have a lot of anxiety when I have to change things and I have to like do things that I didn't want to do. When someone else puts it into motion for me and I have no choice, it throws me a lot. So what happened in March is my first stage of denial, because I was very much against the idea of COVID. I was one of those that was like, it's not even real, get over it, it's not a thing. I actually said these words out loud because I couldn't handle it. So if I can't handle it, it doesn't exist. Ignore it. Pretend it's not there. I came back I had 4 shows in 2020 that were unbelievable. I was on track to have the best year I have had ever in shows. Everything was going really smoothly, everything was going well, so of course it was going to fall apart. And I came home and Barb said to me, because we were about 3 weeks away from Lancaster, have you heard anything about the Lancaster show? everybody at the guild, because she does the travel, so she was planning a bus trip, everyone keeps asking me if it's going to be canceled, should we cancel the trip? And I was like, come on. It's not going to be canceled. This is like a flu. It's nothing. It's nothing. Let's just move. Why are we so concerned about this COVID thing? It's nothing. Within a week, it got canceled. And that was okay. I was like, I'm not happy about it. My mom and I were going to go. We'll get over it. And then it snowballed. It was one after another after another. And then we're on lockdown, and I had to send Barb and Marlene away. And Marlene volunteered very graciously to go. She was like, if you need Barb, keep her. I'll go. You do your thing. Barb does more for you because Barb does all the printing and all the labels and stuff. It's fine. And I stood in the office and I just had a meltdown and I cried in front of both of them because I didn't know, can I pay my mortgage? Is my business going to survive this? What's happening? And the denial turned into sadness and anger, and I didn't know how to deal with it. So I spent most of March and April drinking every day. So yeah. I'm not going to say I was a full-blown alcoholic. I understand that people have a lot bigger problems than me. I wasn't drinking a fifth of vodka every day. But I don't drink. I'm not a drinker. And every single day, with dinner, after dinner, I was like, I'm going to have a glass of wine or another drink, another. And my husband didn't say anything, just kind of let it go. We jokingly now call it my alcoholic months. But I was drinking every single day because I was trying to convince myself that I'm on a vacation. It's fine. Everything's going to be fine. By the summer, we'll be good. I had a Zoom meeting, a Zoom call with two of my friends from high school, and in about an hour, finished an entire bottle of wine. I don't do that. So I was like, I need to check myself and figure out what's going on. And what was happening was that Barb and Marlene were not here. I was alone. I was not working for my husband, so I was at home alone. He was still working. We never shut down because he's an essential business, being a repair shop, and his other job never shut down. So I would come to the office in sweats, no makeup. I didn't care about my appearance. I'd ship the orders out, go home, and I didn't do anything. I had 2 patterns that were just about finished because I was trying to get them done for Lancaster, and I kept getting email after email after email. Are you still open? Are you still shipping orders? Which for some reason just made me furious. Like, why would I not be? Of course I'm here. I haven't said I wasn't. Why wouldn't I be? And then I kind of got in check with myself and I was like, but people are on lockdown. They don't know what you do. They don't know where you have to go. So I said, this Friday, 7 o'clock, I'm gonna do this Facebook thing. I don't know why, but I'm gonna do this Facebook event. The magazine just came out with the train case. I'll show people that. I'll show them these 2 new patterns. I'll let them know I'm still here. End of story, I'm done. That's it. If you watch that video, and if you have not, please don't go back. It was me trying to convince myself and you that I was happy, and I wasn't. I was absolutely miserable and depressed. I was by myself. I was so depressed about everything that was happening, and I didn't know how to address it, that I just was like trying to make jokes and trying to be what I am right now. And I can tell in that video that I was not myself. And I don't know if any of you can, and please, dear God, don't go back and watch that video. It's awful. Don't watch. I was trying very hard to come across that I was fine. And what I realized was that I needed you way more than you needed me. Some of you were home by yourselves and you were like, oh, Facebook, let's just watch a video. And we kind of found this connection between each other. I needed it more than I thought I did. And that day was when I said, I have to stop. I have to stop the BS. I have to get back on track. If this business is gonna survive, I'm the only one that can make it work. I have spent 2 months feeling sorry for myself. Get your act together. And everybody was like, when's the next Facebook event? I was like, there isn't a next one? I don't know. And Barb texted me and said, hey, for your next one, which I did not commit to. I had not said there was. Do you want me to come in? I can help you. And I was like, okay, I guess we're doing this now. We'll do it for a few weeks. We'll see how it goes. I'll show them some things, whatever. A year and a half later, here we are.
We're still here.
I found what is my calling at this moment, because I don't know that I will ever know what my true calling is. I keep finding new ones that I need to do. I'm finding new things that the shows were it for a while. Videos are now it, being your source, being very transparent and upfront with all of the things that I deal with because it's who I am. I needed you guys, and now you have made me feel like I can't go away. I can't leave. You've told me how much you enjoy this. You told me that you like me being here. You told me that you like me, and I needed it at that moment, and now I don't ever want to leave. I don't want to leave you guys. I enjoy doing these videos. I enjoy making YouTube videos. I wanted to do a YouTube channel, but again, kept fighting it and saying, I don't know how to do it, so I'm just gonna say I don't want it. I wanted it, I didn't know how to do it. I talked to my friend Alan, who works for AQS. He's the camera guy. If you've ever been to a show, you've seen him. He has red hair. He's always around with a camera. And I said, can I come to Kentucky and can you film some stuff for YouTube so like they're edited nicely and I don't know what I'm doing, can you help me? And he said, sure, as soon as the lockdown's over, come on down. The lockdown went on for too long and I said, I gotta start this YouTube thing if I'm gonna do it. I remember this very vividly. I was on a road call with my husband. I was sitting in the van, he was working on a truck and I was just with him for fun. And I was sitting on my phone going, how do you start a YouTube channel? And I signed up for YouTube and I started like playing around and I uploaded a video and it didn't stick because I didn't have Wi-Fi, but I was like, I can do this, it's not that hard. I think I'm gonna try it when I get home. And some random day in May, sitting in the van, I started my YouTube channel and now I feel like I get it. And it's not that hard and I'm still learning and I love doing it. I didn't want to do it. I didn't have any desire to do it. The personality that you see here, what you see from me now, me just being a chatterbox who just says anything on her mind, that is who I am. That is 100% who I am. What you saw last year early on was me convincing myself that I was okay and trying to get comfortable and you guys pulling me out of a very dark place. And I'm so glad that you did. And as far as other Facebook videos and Facebook Lives, I don't judge anybody. Everyone has their own way of doing things, and that's why there's room for all of us. Personally, I don't like watching the hard sales pitches. I don't like watching videos that are sales from start to end. It doesn't interest me. It interests a lot of people that just like to do shopping. I think these are the same people that like doing the shopping like on the TV, like QVC kind of things, that like all that. They like that. I don't.
And so somebody that's monotone either.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I can't talk with one inflection in my voice. I just can't do it. This is what I do. And I just find that I don't want to sell to you and push things on you because I find it off-putting. I don't like it. Some people like it. For me and my group, and I told them in the retreat, you're my friends, you're my family. For you guys, you seem to like my blabbering. I show you what we ordered. I show you my new patterns. I tell you what I'm thinking. But I don't want to sit here and be like, and now buy this, and now buy that. It's not me. It's not my style. And my style is this. It's what I used to do at shows. It's what I used to do in classes. So now I've taken all that stuff that I've learned from shows and from teaching and being on the road, and I put it here. And it works for me. And there's people that it doesn't work for. There's people that don't, I'm not their cup of tea. And that's fine, I understand. I watch other videos and I'm like, I like this person for who they are. I don't like their videos. I find them to be a little bit boring. And that's okay. Other people are like, she's it. That's the one, I gotta watch these videos. So I feel like I found my calling at the moment and I just have to keep going forward. And will I ever travel again and not do Facebook? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't want to not do Facebook. That's why I like that you guys are so good about giving me ideas, because if I run out of ideas, I don't know what I'm going to do, and I don't want to keep repeating stuff. But we picked up so many new people along the way. Some of you have been with me since day one, and I appreciate that so much. And some of you are like, hey, I found you and now I make bags, or, I stumbled upon your video. My favorite is when people join the group and say, I found you by accident. I'm like, thank you. It's kind of funny because, it's a funny thing because you didn't mean to find me, but I always just kind of laugh. I'm like, okay. I found you by accident. So you weren't looking for me, but here I am. It's just, it's how I am. So.
They love your blabbering, by the way.
I remember like my 5th grade teacher, who was awesome, I'll never forget her, wrote on my report card, because my mom would always let me see my report card, Jessica tells the best stories and always has something to say. It's like, yeah, pretty much. I am quiet sometimes, but it's usually because I'm in my head thinking, but it's not a lot.
No.
Or I'm eating. Yes.
Pat would like to see more of your fun science testing experiments, but you have to wear a white coat, Dr. Bag Maker.
Pat told me during the retreat that
Right.
she loves my scientific experiments, and I just haven't had any new products to test. But before I do, I will get myself a lab coat and some very large, safety glasses, because I feel like I got to go full on science if I'm going to do it. So don't worry, Pat. There will be more experiments. I have lately become obsessed with sublimation printers. I don't own one, but I'm obsessed with the idea of them. And I also keep finding new products that
What kind of a printer?
A sublimation printer. So it's the printers that, it's the ink that they use that creates a heat transfer. So I bought some on Etsy so I can use my press. Just things that, I don't know, things that pop into my head that I want to do. I also have a lot of other ideas, scientific and otherwise. So don't worry.
We have a fashion statement here.
Oh,
You need
yes.
the white coat, minion-style glasses, and long rubber gloves.
Like the really long ones. I am 100% on board. I'm totally in. So don't worry. You ask, I will deliver.
That's true.
Yeah, so that's kind of how this all started. It started, I guess, by accident. I guess that's why that happens. It started to appease people that were asking questions, and it started because, luckily, the magazine was pre-COVID, and it came out during 2020, and that didn't stop. It was delayed, but it didn't stop. So I felt like I had a topic to talk to you guys about, and I had these patterns. And what blew my mind, that first Friday, because I did it on a Friday night for whatever reason, and then Barb and I decided let's do it during the day because she came back to work to ship orders, was how much you guys wanted kits. And I never ever sold kits. Because at a show, kits take up a lot of room, and kits take up a lot of time, and a lot of product that if I cut it up, I can't use it for anything else. So I got asked constantly at shows, do you have a kit for that? Do you have a kit for that? I want it exactly as is. They wanted to just pick it up and take it with them. And I never did kits. So I did it just as an experiment, and you guys are obsessed with kits. And it makes me feel like I really am pretty good at picking out colors. It makes me happy. But it also has just become this totally other thing that I never expected to have on the website. I never expected to do it. But now that we've gone into this whole different side of my business, it would be very hard for me to go back to traveling again because I don't know where all this stuff's gonna fit. I need like a quadruple booth to fit all this stuff and 5 people to help me. So traveling is on hold for right now because I have a lot of other things that need me here. Like, and I don't mean my husband's business because I'm still trying to quit, but all these things that you guys keep asking for me, and I do listen to your ideas. We have piping now because people asked for it. We have grommets and rivets because you guys wanted it. There's certain things that may never happen. Designing a men's line is a really hard thing for me to do because I'm not a dude. I don't know what, I have Charlie and I have other men in my life that I can say, hey, would you use this? But it doesn't inspire me. So will that ever happen? I don't know. Will I have all of these other things that people have asked for? Maybe. But I'm working through my own thoughts and my own ideas at this moment, and my own barrels of notebooks that have ideas in them.
I just responded for you. That Branson is still a go.
Branson, we're going. We're not vending.
Yeah,
We are not vending.
But we will be
We
there.
are going. We are going to party. And go to bed at 8 o'clock because that's what I do. And my mom and I are also going to Houston. So that is still on. My face just started twitching.
Are you having a stroke? Banana?
No. Banana. No, my mom and I are going to Houston, which I can't believe I'm saying this, soon. Because it's August.
I know.
How did that
it's
happen?
crazy.
My mom and I are taking a trip to Houston in October to go to Quilt Festival and to check it out because I'm super nosy, and I'll be there on a Friday, so I will bring you guys with me. But if you're going, let me know. I love to say hi in person. And yes, Barb, Marlene, my mom, me, we're all going to Branson. We have not made any plans yet, but we're going, and we're super excited.
Do you remember the dates for Branson?
March 24th-ish, somewhere in, it's, the 24th is included, whether it's the beginning or the end. Barb, you're not Marlene. Barb's gonna look it up. I don't know what's going on. 24th to the 26th? 23rd?
23rd through the 26th.
23rd through the 26th.
Wednesday through Saturday.
I don't know what our plans are. I will let you guys know as they evolve. We haven't made any plans, but we are going. In the meantime, we have a virtual retreat in September. We have October, January, and March of in-person retreats. We have more product coming in and no room, and I'm so excited.
And Marlene's gonna shoot her yet.
Marlene's going to kill me. If I'm ever not here on a Friday and Marlene is, be suspicious.
It's Marlene's fault. Not
She
mine.
might be like standing on my neck, I'm not sure. But at least we got to talk about this stuff without her
I
here.
know,
We'll ease
I
her
know.
in. I'm just gonna
Let's hope
cut.
she doesn't watch this.
I'm just gonna cut all of the waterproof canvas and just put it on a shelf and pretend it's not there and wait till she gets an order and see what happens.
Kind of like the rainbow zipper.
Yeah, kind of like the rainbow zippers.
I looked at it and said,
We have rainbow zippers.
we have rainbow zippers?
Surprise! We do. So yes. So that's me in a nutshell. I don't think there's any more questions because I don't know how there
No.
could be.
No, there's
I don't think there's much that you guys don't know about me at this point, except maybe my shoe size, which
we
is
do have
9
one
if
more
you're wondering.
question. One's
Yes.
Houston, the end of October.
End of October,
20,
around the 28th. It's the very end of October into the beginning of November, or it might end on Halloween. It might be until Halloween.
I want to say
The 28th through the
it's right around
31st.
Sean's birthday.
It's somewhere around there. It's the very
Which is
last.
the 25th. So.
It's the very end of October, so it's preview night is that Wednesday, and then it's Thursday through Sunday.
Houston.
We will be there Thursday through Sunday, I think. We don't know what we're doing. We're just hanging out because my mom's been to Texas, but I don't remember if it was Houston. And I haven't been to Houston now in 2 years, and I miss it. I like it down there. So we're gonna go and do whatever we feel like doing, and go to the show and check it out, and do Facebook Live from the show, so I can show you guys what's going on. So
I can't find
I
it
think that's it. That's
Yeah.
okay. It's the very, very end of October.
Yes.
So I think that's
Okay.
everything. That was so much.
Don't tell Marlene about the concealed carry bags.
Don't tell Marlene about anything. You guys have to keep secrets. Don't tell Marlene anything. I think, unless there's any other questions, I think we're done.
No, I think we're done.
So I enjoyed this Free For All Friday very much,
It was fun.
and I will
Everybody
upload
enjoyed
it.
your candy.
Thank you. Yes, I am very open about a lot of things. Probably more than I should be, but oh well. Hopefully somebody got something out of this and it makes them feel better about their own lives, because I am just a pile of chaos, and that's okay. Yeah. So that's it. We're gonna call it a day, and we'll see you next Friday. I don't know what we're talking about. Might be color theory, might not. I don't know.
Who
But we'll
knows?
see you on Friday.
See you
so
Friday.
bye guys.
Bye.